Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Wander and Prepare. Today I have a very exciting episode for you. I am joined by my wife Rachel, and we are going to be picking our favorite pocket knives out of our collection. So I've literally been nervous ever since we talked about this video because I came up with a top 5 for each of us. And it's just a very hard thing to do, and all of you knife guys will know exactly what I mean by that. So I decided to give us a little grace, and we throw in 2 honorable mentions. So we'll start with number 1, and then we'll go backwards. So I will let Rachel start.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel. So I'm not a knife person, just so everybody knows. I think they're cool, I like having them, but I'm very much a what does it look like person, not a, brand name, whatever. So I'm gonna start with this one because it has sprinkles, let's be honest, and it's purple. And I love doing this. So I'm gonna let Derek hold it up and show you guys what it looks like really well. He got this for me from the Blade Show in Atlanta, and I just really like how easy it is to open, and it's small enough that you can use it for, I don't know, opening a letter, opening a box, like you can do really easy things with it. Simple things. It's nothing that I'd carry around all the time, but I do really enjoy it. Babe, what about you? What's your favorite?
All right, for me, I'm gonna have to go. My favorite knives is definitely Jack Wolf's The Benny. So really botched that opening there, but it's got a front flipper. Ooh. All right, I just can't get it going today, but it's actually loose enough you can get it with a thumb too. But this is Jack Wolf's The Benny, and this was, honestly, it's just one of my favorite knives in my collection. It's probably one of the nicest ones in my collection too. So I just absolutely love the look of it. I love the blue fat carbon, like S90 steel, one of my favorites, and just the shape of it. I just can't get over the shape of that knife, the blade rather, and just how cool that looks. But Jack Wolf, if you haven't ever checked out Jack Wolf, definitely check out their knives. Just super, super cool. All the detail on it is just absolutely phenomenal. And he just does excellent work, and definitely one of the favorite knives in my collection. All right, what's your number 2?
All right, number 2. I'm sentimental. You guys are going to learn this about me. This one is from my brother, Justin. He is a really good brother. He's been through it. And he gave me this one. And it's lightweight, which I love about it because I carry a purse, like a lot of women do. And I don't want anything super heavy in my purse. And so if I'm going to carry a knife, I don't want it weighing down my bag. So this one is great because it's super lightweight, but it's also really easy to use. I can use it for everyday things. I can use it to open boxes. Again, I open a lot of boxes. Thank you, Amazon. Sorry to Derek. Sorry to her bank account, I guess. But this is just a really nice one. It's an everyday carry that is really easy to keep on me. If I need to use it out in the wild, of course I can do that too. I love to go on hikes. I love walking. I love being outdoors. And so this is definitely my second favorite. I'm going to let Derek show you guys a little bit better photo of it.
Yeah, what an awesome brother she has. So I'm sure most of you will recognize this one. This is the Benchmade Bugout. And as she pointed out, super lightweight. So this one's actually really cool. And this one actually comes in M390 steel. Not very common on a Bugout, but very cool nonetheless. And as I'm holding it in the light here, I can see I tried to clean it up a little bit, but it's just a little bit dirty. So she does use it a lot. This is definitely one she keeps in her purse, but just super, super nice knife. See if you can see the detail on that. And really, really cool. But yeah, M390, also one of my favorite steels. So I just absolutely love this knife too, but super good one. And just the action on a Bugout, come on, you can't beat that. All right, so for my number 2, it is definitely going to be the NAF's Lander 2. So this is my most carried knife, by the way. It is in my pocket 90% of the time. And it is just absolutely one of my top knives out there. In my opinion, probably one of the top pocket knives that you can have. I mean, just for the money, you just can't beat this. So this one's actually an S35. And this is actually the Carry Commission exclusive, and show you that there. So I actually picked this one up not too long ago, but I already had a Lander too, and I just love the topo pattern. So when I saw this one, I was just like, okay, gotta have it. So I ended up picking it up, and again, my most carried knife. It is absolutely my favorite one out there. So just can't beat it. S35, love the finish on that steel, and also super, super smooth knife. All right, I think we're at number 3.
All right, number 3. So again, I go by looks on my knives. I know. This one just looks really cool. Also, it's, again, very lightweight. I'm not a very huge person, and so I love something that's lightweight. I don't want to carry around a lot of weight for no reason. This one, I love the blade. I mean, black is like one of my favorite colors, let's just be real. And this one is just super easy to carry. I love the shape of the blade, and it just makes me happy.
All right, so also a really cool pick. So this is actually the Civivi Yonder. This is a Zach Whitmore design, Zach in the Wild, and really cool knife. So this one, I believe, comes in 14C, 28N. Yeah, there you go. And then you got Zach's little symbol there. But really good knife, and I just love the belly, the shape of this knife. I just feel like that's almost a sheep's foot, I guess you could say. But just a really cool design and really good utilitarian design. So it's got a little bit of a belly, but the point's really low. So really good for opening boxes and things like that. And then, of course, comes in Tempest Microjet. Can't beat that. And then axis lock, super smooth action. Can't beat it.
All right, babe, what about you?
So for my number 3, also, my brother-in-law, Justin, her brother, gifted me this knife, and this is another Bugout. And this one is really, really cool. Definitely one of my favorites for a couple reasons. One, my brother-in-law gave it to me. 2, this lanyard right here, my wife actually made for me, and we got this put on there. And you actually seen this knife in a video not too long ago, and I need to make a correction. I said this was in D2 steel. It is actually in M4 steel, CPM M4. But this is actually a Benchmade Bugout, and this is the Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive. And just love that colorway. I just think it is really, really awesome. And just, again, one of my favorite knives. I actually keep this on my Possibles pouch that you just watched the video on. So that's kind of where this one lives. But I do carry it every now and then. But just absolutely one of my favorite knives out there. And again, just the sentimental value who give it to me. I'm actually... I love the Bugout, don't get me wrong, but like I can't stand the price of all Benchmades. So that's one of the reasons why it's probably not my absolute top favorite knife. But of course, who give it to me makes it very special. All right, I think we're at number 4. This is going quicker than I thought.
Ooh, all right, number 4. So I just gravitate towards this knife. And I don't know if it's just the way that it looks, if it's the way that it feels. It's really smooth. Okay, y'all, I'm a girly. It's very smooth. I love that. Look at the blade. The blade is beautiful on this one. Again, I know nothing about this stuff. Okay, I know nothing about this stuff. I just know I like the way certain knives feel in my hands. Again, not a huge person. I'm only 5'2", and I'm a mom. Okay, and so I'm all the time having to open stuff for kids. Open this, Mom, can you open that? Can you open this? And sometimes like I can't do it without a knife. And so this one is just really easy to use. I love the shape of it. I love how it feels, super lightweight. If you guys can't tell, I like things that are lightweight. I already carry around a ton of stuff as a mom. And so having a knife that's not super heavy is really great. Now I'm gonna let Derek tell you actually more about this knife.
All right, so this is actually the Vostede Vallhund, and she knows how to pick them. Boy, this is probably, I don't know if it's gonna make it on my list too, but absolutely gorgeous knife. If I have one complaint about it, my only complaint is it is just a hair small for me, but it's in S35 steel, and it is a Ray Laconico design, but super cool design. It's got titanium scales on it, again, S35 VN steel, and just super good knife, super thin. Like this knife is just so thin and just buttery smooth action. And again, got the front flipper on it, so just super, super cool. And Man, I love this knife too. I'm not certain if it's going to make it in my top 5 or not. But all right, that was your number 4, right? So now I'm at number 4. Well, this is where it gets hard for me. So for number 4, I think I'm going to have to pick this one. So this one is actually the Kansept Shard. So this is actually also an S35 VM, but super cool. I don't know if you can see that tiger stripe, but I just love that tiger stripe. And again, love the sheep's foot blade. It is just absolutely awesome knife. Frame lock, just really, really cool. And just love the design of that, and just had to pick it up once I saw it. But definitely one of my favorites out there. And I really didn't know this until I got a few of them, but I just absolutely love flippers. They are just so fun. The action on them so fun, and just the sound on this one. I just see if I can get this close to the camera and you can hear it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh, the sound is just so great on this one. Just absolutely love that. But probably this is my number 4 for sure. And at least this is the one I picked today anyway. So ask me tomorrow, I might say something different.
Probably.
All right, number 5.
I have been sitting here trying to decide which one is going to be my number 5, and I cannot take my eyes off of this one. So to be fair, I've never used this one before. Oh yeah, that's definitely number 5. Look how beautiful. I don't know if you can see that blade or not. The pattern is beautiful. The weight feels really good. The handle, it just fits my hand perfectly without being too big or too small. And so I really like this one. And again, you guys are gonna learn, I really like black. It just makes me happy. I'm a little bit goth girly. And so I absolutely love the way this knife looks and feels. And I'm gonna let Derek tell you more about it.
Yeah, so also a really good knife, really good pick. So this is the Civivi Praxis, and this is the full size one. And got a button locks, got the Damascus blade on it. Really cool knife. I don't believe those scales are titanium. I think they're aluminum, but honestly, I'm not sure on that. But super smooth action, as all Civivis have. And blade is obviously very big, but it's a fun knife. So it's a really good knife, and just really, really, really cool design on the blade. So again, that is the Civivi Praxis, and really cool one. All right, it's kind of funny that she picked this one, because my number 5 is gonna have to be the Mini Praxis. And I actually got this knife. This was a special edition. This is the 11th anniversary knife of Civivi that came out on the 11th anniversary of when Civivi launched. And just a super, super cool knife. They only made, 2011 was when they launched. So they actually made 2011 of these. And really cool. And it has somewhere on there, it tells what number it is. But this one is actually in, I believe it is S35 as well, but I don't see the blade steel on there. But super, super cool knife. Not my daily carry because it's just a little small. I can get a full 4-finger on it, but I really just like a little bit bigger knife for my daily carry. But if it was just if it was in between the full size Praxis and this size, it would definitely be a daily carry. I absolutely love this knife, and again, special edition. Why not? What's not to love? All right, so that's our top 5. So now let's talk about our honorable mentions.
All right. Of course, I'm gonna go by color and aesthetic. I love this one. It's such a beautiful blue. Look at that blade. Not gonna lie, it kind of reminds me of like an airplane or a rhinoceros. I don't know why. It makes me happy. Again, super lightweight. I really like lightweight knives. I don't want anything super heavy. It just looks really cool. And also that's like a really cool, gosh, what do you call those?
Clip.
Thank you, clip. And so I really like this one. I like the shape of it. I like the feel of it. It's just really easy to use. Again, fits in my hand really well. Here, babe, you can tell me more about it.
So Steve Vombat, and it comes in M390, which again is just one of my favorite steels, but she is not lying. It is a really, really good looking knife. It comes in 2 blade shapes. Honestly, the other one's kind of more of a spear point blade. I think I like the spear point probably just a little bit better than this one, but just super, super good looking knife, and like everything about it, but didn't make my list. But I am kind of glad I made yours because I do love showing this knife off. But just the milling on it is super, super nice. Again, super smooth action. Vosti's just kind of killing it lately. They're coming out with designs like crazy, but just really doing a great job.
What about you, babe?
All right, so my first honorable mention is going to be the Remette Rhino. Man, really love this knife, and quite honestly, I was, in the beginning of this video, this was gonna be my number 5 and not an honorable mention, but I'll tell you why it didn't make it there. So it's got the fat carbon scales with the copper in it, and just super, super cool looking. Love that blade shape, almost a spear point type blade, but it's got a dual opening. So it's got a thumb stud. It's got the flip, you can do that. It's actually got a front flipper. Let's see if I can not botch it this time. I can't get it sideways on the camera that way. But also, it's got a push button up top that you can close it. And then it's got the liner lock in the bottom. And the push button at the top, by the way, is not necessarily a button lock. What it does is it engages the liner and allows it to open. But really, really cool knife. And that's the Remette Rhino. The main reason why I didn't pick this as my top 5 is I've carried this knife actually quite a bit. It's on my tray. I have a tray that has 5 little knife slots that my daughter got me. And this one actually sits on it, and I do carry it from time to time, but it is heavy in the pocket. And that's my one downside to it is just, it's just almost too heavy, but also this catches quite a bit when you try to pull it out. But it's just not the smoothest knife in the world, but when it comes to looks, really, really cool knife. All right,
my turn. Okay, I
Last
have to go.
mention.
I have to go with this one. I hope you guys can see how beautiful this knife is, but wait. I know you can open it a different way. Don't come at me. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that blade. Derek will hold it up better so that you can see it. This knife is beautiful. Also, again, lightweight. I'm always looking for a lightweight knife. I don't want anything heavy. I don't want any extra weight in the stuff that I carry. And so this is such a great option because not only is it gorgeous, it's easy to use. All right, your turn.
All right, so one of the most popular knives out there, this is actually the Civivi Elementuem. And as she pointed out, just a super good looking knife all around. So those handle scales are just amazing looking. The Damascus blade, just what's not to love about it. Also, for anybody who's wanting a starter knife, while this one is Damascus, it is just a little more expensive. This is still a sub $100 knife, so super good knife. And most of the Elementuems that are not in Damascus, well below that $100 price point. But it's got a flipper and great action on it. And Civivi, again, they kill it. They have tons of models out there, and you can consider them a budget option, but man, the Elementuem is just kind of hard to beat. They just make it all kind of different ones, different action. I think they all have the same blade shape, but a couple different mechanisms for how they lock. But super good knife, and just all around probably one of the most easiest knife shapes out there for someone to get used to, carry, and just all around good knife. So great little knife. All right, so my last honorable mention is definitely going to be this one. So let's talk about this one. This is actually the Tempest. I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I think this is the Microburst. But this one is actually a prototype, and I actually got this at Blade Show Atlanta. And for those of you out there that know KC, he's the designer of this over at Knives Fast, and Tempest Knives is his company. So he again is the designer. I think this one may be made by Kubi. And they just do a great job. And he is coming out with just a ton of new designs here lately. And actually Kansept has one called the Thunderhead that is just super, super awesome. But for me, knives is not just about the way a blade looks. It's also about the people and the people behind them. So Casey, I got to know him a little bit at Blade Show. We've interacted quite a bit since then. I actually sent him a knife to review, and I don't own enough of his knives. I really want to get a few more of them. And again, the Thunderhead by Kansept is really awesome that he created. And he's got a couple himself. Downdraft is just a really awesome one. But this one was really cool. He is not a fan of the D2 steel, which is prototypes come in. I am, so I picked this thing up for $100. I just feel like that is an absolute steal, and just couldn't resist it. So I had to pick this one up. But love this knife, love KC. He's just a great people. And just hopefully I get some more of his knives pretty soon, and we can show you some of those too. But super good knife out there. So that's all we got. There's a few more knives on the table, but that's the one that made it into our top 5 plus our honorable 2 mentions. So that's what we got for you. So appreciate you guys watching. It's a crazy world out there. And just remember, as we wander and prepare, let's do so by faith and not by sight. Thank you guys so much.